excited, y'all. Yeah, when I saw Avengers Endgame, that was fire. You know, hey core. Saw Avengers Endgame, that was fire. Loved everything about it. Loved the concept. Like it really feels like a full movie to me. But yeah, what I'm gonna be talking about in this video is, as we all know, and if you haven't seen the movie, spoiler alert. Captain America lifted Thor's hammer. Yes, he did. He lifted up. That was fire. They kicked Thanos' ass. Ooh, I am impressed. I am impressed. Um, but yeah, the reason I'm excited and the reason I wanted to make this video was because I realized that there's a lot of people out there, who are only interested in movies and only interested in comics. And as a creative, I feel like it is my obligation to talk about these creative things. So with this, a lot of people in the just regular interested in movies, and ones who are interested in movies but are also interested in the comics, mainly the comics. People in the comic world, they feel like Captain America, cool, he lifted the hammer, but you messed it up for the next person, because that was a moment. Captain America picking up that hammer, like, and then he used the hammer with it. He used the hammer with his shield. Like, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you got to go see it. Like, it's the only way. I can't explain this to you, but it just makes me excited for Marvel's universe. But if you don't know, and if you've seen from the video, I'm talking about Beta Ray Bill. If you don't know who Beta Ray Bill is, I'm about to tell you. So Beta Ray Bill is the original first person to pick up Thor's hammer. And that's in the comics. In the comics, no one else has ever done it. Actually, excuse me. Actually, in the beginning, Thor wasn't Thor that we know in the movies. He was actually a man, a regular man who, I can't remember the bigger details, but Mjolnir was a stick that he would, if it wasn't in his hand, he wouldn't be Thor, but if it was in his hand, he would turn to Thor. The stick would turn to Mjolnir. He'd have all the gears and all that stuff. It was a pretty cool concept. I like what they're doing now. Like, yeah. Let's rework stuff. It's always good. But yeah. So that Thor, he was sent on a mission by Nick Fury, who was working with Sword. They're like the shield of outer space, so Shield monitors everything on Earth, Sword monitors everything around Earth, like the space and everything, to make sure for threats like Thanos or Galactus or whatever. But so they sent Thor into space because they found a spaceship traveling, and they didn't know what to do, so they're like, hey, let's have him check it out. Well, Beta Ray Bill, he is from a planet where where he's like the hero of his planet. He's like their Thor, their Captain America, or their savior. And their planet was destroyed by, I think, either Galactus, Thanos, or one of those. I believe it's Galactus, but I don't know. Their planet got destroyed. They all got on the ship, and they were literally in what's it called? Slumber. They were in slumber, trying to find a new planet. And whenever they were attacked, Beta Ray Bill would awaken from his slumber and defeat the foe and protect them. So he was the protector. And that's what happened when Thor went on the ship. And he whooped his butt. Very bad. Yeah, he whooped his butt, knocked Mjolnir out of Thor's hand, so he turned back into a human. And once he picked the stick up to, I guess, attack Thor with him, he ended up, he picked it up. He picked it up. He became a new Thor. It wasn't until later on that him and Thor went head to head, and to see who was worthy to be the actual Thor. I don't know why Odin decided, like, oh, since this person is also who isn't Asgardian. He's like, oh, if this person can pick up Mjolnir, he should be able to do it. But I'm like, whatever. He beat him. He was able to get Stormbreaker, who you guys saw in the movies that originally is his. So, my whole point is me saying this is that with Thor being with the Asgardians, another spoiler, Thor's going to be in the next Asgardians movie. I think they're going to call it Asgardians of the Galaxy. Yeah, that's going to be pretty cool. And I feel like that's what they're going to roll in Beta Ray Bill. And the reason why there's a problem is because people feel like that momentum of when we saw in Avengers Ultron, Age of Ultron, when Captain America was able to move the hammer, we saw that was a great moment. That was a great moment, but how many times are they going to be able to use it? And I've heard people like Comic Historian and Comics Explain and a whole bunch of other places. They feel like there's only going to be a certain amount of times that they'll be able to do that, and it is. But honestly, I feel like the only other person that can and should be able to lift his hammer is Beta Ray Bill. And I don't think as the new Guardians of the Galaxy movie is going to focus on that, but maybe in like the third movie, if Thor is still with him, we'll have to see from the second movie. The third, yeah, because it's Guardians of the Galaxy 1, 2, and then this right now with Thor is going to be the third one. So maybe they'll do it in the third Guardians, or maybe they'll do a fourth one. Who knows? We know Adam Warlock, who I'm not even going to get into that character, but he is the original, and he's really what really put Infinity Wars on the map. Him and Thanos. I'm not going to explain it on here. Look it up. Maybe that's another video. Maybe when that comes out. But I feel like he'll be the one who, Adam Warlock will be the one taking up the next Guardians of the Galaxy, or the Asgardians of the Galaxy. So we'll have to see. But yeah. I really feel like they could be able to still do it, still have the same impact, the same momentum as when Captain America was doing it. When Captain America was doing it, because comic people or people who will from here on out will actually go back and look at these comics, they'll be able to say, hey, I know the real story, I know what the movies is, but I also know what the real story is, and hopefully that gives Marvel as the MCU a chance to just do different things, and that's what we want to see. It's good to see the comics be made and redone and see our favorite characters up on the screen, but you want to have some other concepts, you want to have some other ways of doing it, because it is the real world when you're doing live action. So but I don't really think I had much else to say. I loved Avengers, from everything, from the fight, from the war, to seeing everyone come back. And like, for anyone who didn't know this was going to happen, like, oh, like majority of them were going to come back. Like, read the comic. Like, it's way better. It's like way longer. I actually like listened to it being read out, like story told, and watched it. It's like really want to do comics. By the way, yeah, since I'm doing this video, I would like to say my name is Will Sage. Welcome to Deydrm. Deydrm is a platform. It's a creative space where I want to be able to talk, explore, just create. And for me, I'm a graphic designer, I'm an illustrator. One of the things that I'm trying to build for that, or be able to, connect that, to be able to make this all happen, or this all, my dreams become something, is, I'm starting out with a story. Just the way, the first people that started Marvel and DC, they wanted to create a dream. They wanted to manifest that dream and turn it into something. So for my dream is this channel, Deydrm, where I could be able to, show you from beginning to hopefully in the end where I am, or whoever that, is part of this, a part of this space, our journey and our growth. and what it means, to be a daydreamer. A lot of people feel like if you're daydreaming, you're not doing nothing, but that's why I flipped it on its head with an E. Daydream. They will always dream, but they will always create. But yeah, in that case, I got a Kickstarter. I'm very, very excited, very nervous because I don't really think I'll get any funding, but whatever. I'm doing a graphic novel, graphic comic, book, whatever you want to call it. I just want the story to be strong and get out there, but it's called Twins. Twiinz. Twins. It's literally a fantasy, action, sci-fi, horror, all those comics, but it's a werewolf comic, mostly a Lycan comic, but it deals with these two individuals, Maxell, Maxine. They, on top of having to just survive and figure shit out on their own as young adults growing up in Chicago, they come across these two little kids, these two individuals who kind of flip their world upside down. And now they're learning things not only about themselves, but about the community and the people around them. And it's a great project. I really want to explore, the theme of mental illness and, love, hate, trust, especially because I'm dealing with two characters, a man and a woman, and they're just, I don't want to focus on anything too too surfacey. I want these characters to be broken down. I want them to be shown on the inside, and I want them to be able to grow on the outside, inside and outside as well. I'm just excited. I'll be able to really get more into this. But yeah, if you're new to the channel, if you want to learn more about what I'm going on, I'm trying to make more videos and do all this, and really push forward the vision I have and what I want to do in life. And yeah, subscribe, like, follow, Instagram, Instagram, artwork.by.wolfsage, and peace, y'all. Yo, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, follow, hit that bell. Now let's get back to the video.